Hi, welcome back, and this video is going to be about the batteries that you use in the Kadet LT-40 airplane that we're building. And there's two ways of doing a battery. I'll call one the simple but expensive approach. The simple but expensive approach is to buy a 5-cell battery like this. These are sold by Hydromax. They're a Hobbyco, I believe, brand, and they cost about $25. And I think I've showed you this before. And it's 5 cells in one sealed pack, and you got a what's called a JR connector on it, and that's one solution. 5 cells. And then you got to have a battery charger to go with it that charges nickel metal hydride batteries, and so that's an extra expense as well. You're going to have a battery charger in any case, but I think I have a better solution, and I think I showed you before that my solution is to have 5 individual batteries, and these are made by PowerX. You buy them off of Amazon, and then you make a 5-cell battery holder by buying a 4-cell battery holder at Radio Shack and a 1-cell battery holder at Radio Shack, and you wire it together, and I'll show you how to do the wiring. Let me explain how I do this. First off, let me discuss the custom holder that I made. As you can see, it's 4 cells, standard 4-cell pack that you can get from Radio Shack, a standard 1-cell pack you can get from Radio Shack. And on the back, the standard 4-cell battery pack has a black wire here that comes over to this side of the battery, and so the current starts up here, goes down to here, then jumps over here and goes up and down and then back out here to get all 4 cells in series. So what you have to do is to splice into that, is to cut the wire that goes to here and extend it up to here, to the 1 cell, and then the 1 cell jumps down to here, and then so you're still in series. You've basically just added a 5th battery in series with the other 4. And what I'm going to show you next is a schematic diagram that I made that will explain the same thing but schematically. Okay, what you're staring at is my computer screen, because I drew this on a yellow pad of paper, and the easiest thing to do was to scan it and then show it on my computer. So this is the schematic of the battery holder that I was showing you. The battery holder starts with a red and black lead coming off the top. And as you know, the batteries go positive, negative, and then negative, positive, and then positive, negative, and negative, positive. So each battery is flipped back and forth. And the way the wiring goes is, as I said, the red lead connects to the positive, and then that connects down here to the negative. And so what you want to do, it normally went to number 5 here, so what you want to do is connect the bottom down here all the way around and over and up, so that this negative connects to that positive, and then the current comes down here, connects negative to positive, and then it follows the same flow as it did before. So you got 10 points in here, and those 10 points are connected by the numbers that you see. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and the current means you got 5 cells in series. Okay, at some point in your RC career you'll probably want to learn to solder. That's beyond the scope of what I want to teach right now, but you can, for a fairly small amount of money, buy a simple soldering iron and some solder at Radio Shack or many other places, and solder this together. Basically, this red wire here came with the battery pack, as did this wires over here, and I added this from a old servo actually, and that's all you need to solder the two reds together, solder the two blacks together. And I use a bit of shrink wrap tubing and a heat gun to protect those. Now, so what I want to show you next is I'm going to put the batteries in my holder. So I'm just going to stick positive, negative, negative to positive, positive to negative, negative to positive, positive to negative, so that as you can see, all 5 batteries are in there, and you got they're all in reverse order. And so what we're going to do is compare these 2 batteries, see we get the same result. This I've shown you before. It's the K19 digital variable voltmeter, and so if you plug this in, and the bottom of this is the black wire, and so the bottom here is the black wire. You got to make sure the black wire are together, and the red wire is in the center, and so that shows 6.6 volts. Now, 5 times a 1.2 nominal charge on each of the 5 batteries, so 5 times 1.2 equals 6. So this battery is over nominal, which actually is good. It means it's got a really high charge on it. It's got an okay charge on it. Could be a little higher. The charge for a 1 cell of a nickel metal hydride is typically 1.4 is as maximum it gets, and its nominal charge is 1.2, and if it gets down to 1.1 or less, then you ought to be time to recharging it. So that's 6.6 on my battery pack. If we plug the other battery pack in, which is probably a little low because I've been using it, but it's 6.5, let's see, there it is, 6.52, and that's all it takes. So the 2 batteries are obviously compatible. You can use the K19 when you have them in a 4 or a 5 pack. If you have one of these single batteries out and you want to make sure it's good, one thing you can do is put it in the charger and it'll tell you what it is. Or I use a, I guess I shop at Radio Shack a lot. This is a Radio Shack digital variable voltmeter, and I took a little Radio Shack 1 cell battery holder, soldered it together, and you can stick 1 cell in it. And I'll do that. And you'll see that the turn the voltmeter on. Okay, so that voltmeter reads 1.325. So that's not too far from its top peak of 1.4, and so that means that battery is in pretty good shape. So that's about it for batteries. You have your choice, simple, a little more expensive. I think these batteries are better quality, worth the difference, and I want the best battery in there. for that airplane as you can, because as I've said before, the number one cause of accidents and crashes of RC airplanes is the battery. And you got to take good care of it and know exactly what its charge is. I'll talk more about that in a couple of videos. So thank you, and we'll move on to the next topic.